Hey, what's up? Welcome to Degen Ed. That's degenerative education, meaning none of this is financial advice. Just me having fun looking at charts like the chart behind me, which is of Nano Dimension, ticker symbol NNDM. And so on the day, January 19th, the stock closed the week at a price of $2.22 after going up more than 6% on the day and actually hitting an all-time low on the day, which was a price of $2.06, which is actually a pretty significant level because it was previously hit more than a year ago on December 9th and 12th of 2022. That was the all-time low. And now the price has hit that level, forming a double bottom and launching off of it. And so I do think that is a pretty good sign if strength continues into next week. It's quite possible, though, it may not. There might be a little bit of a pullback. And so I do want to go over that, what I think could actually be a pullback showing confirmation of a breakout. But, it also could continue to the downside tomorrow. So just something to prepare for. But so levels to the upside that I see, one is being this orange level at $2.50. I really just marked that as a psychological level, $2.50. And below that level, we do see this volume shelf that we see on the right here. And so if price is able to get up to 250, close above that, I do think that will serve as significant support before consolidation, forming a bull flag and continuation higher. Like to $3, marked by this yellow line here. Again, just being really like a psychological level. However, I do think on the way up to $3, it might bump into some resistance around $2.80, where we do see this little bit of a volume shelf there. But, also, this red line that I've drawn here at $2.23, why do I have that level drawn? It's not a psychological round number, so I wanted to go over that. And also just point out that the volume shelf does look like it picks up above that level, so it might act as resistance. And really, $2.23, that is only, a cent above this week's close. So why did I draw that line there? So if we switch over to the weekly chart, we can actually see that last week's candle closed at a price of $2.23. So I do think it suggests that there's a little bit of weakness, that this week's candle was not able to close at or above that level. However, if we do look at this week's candle, it does look like a pretty bullish hammer candle with this nice wick to the downside, suggesting that buyers were stepping in below $2.20, which is, where the stock opened up this week. And so any dips below that level, buyers were stepping in, and we did see this move to the upside over the course of the week. Hopefully next week we see a continuation with a close of next week above $2.23, which I do feel pretty confident that will happen because this bullish hammer candle does suggest a reversal being on the weekly time frame. That does suggest we will see a reversal continuation to the upside with more bullish moves, ideally getting a close next week above the price of $2.32, which was the open of last week's candle. So ideally, we will be closing above that. That would suggest a strong reversal, and that this hammer candle would actually be like a morning star candle, suggesting, strength moving forward, bullish moves moving forward. But, one thing I do want to point out that might be of concern, at least for the start of next week, is that price has resided in this downtrending channel since the start of the year, beginning on January 2nd. But, with today's price action, we did get a breakout of that downtrend, so that does suggest strength. But with this close being below $2.23, I do think it's possible there could be a pullback, possibly to around $2.14, where we see the top of this volume shelf, and that could suggest confirmation of this breakout if there is a pullback before continuation higher. However, closing, at the top of this candle, the close and the high of the day both being $2.22. That does suggest that this big green candle could continue into the start of the next week without a pullback, without confirmation of a breakout. So I do think that is something to keep in mind. But generally, I think this looks super strong, and I think it's pretty cool that there was this nice double bottom that was formed going back to the end of 2022. So I do think that there is, a lot of upside for the stock, potentially getting up to $3 over the next couple months. First consolidating, though, around $2.50. So I do think there's a lot of great stuff to look forward to. And if there is a pullback, as long as it doesn't go really below $2.10, I think that could suggest, just a confirmation of this breakout of the channel and continuation to these other great higher levels. But those are just my thoughts. If you found them helpful, make sure you like the video, share your thoughts in the comments down below, and subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. Thanks a lot for watching.